Another day begins inside Jumbo Jr.'s body, and for the components of his bloodstream, it's rush hour as usual. The red corpuscles are too busy to stop and watch those idle platelets dance.
Why on earth can't you ever keep your great size 10 feet to yourself?
I don't like being out in this heavy traffic. Why couldn't they all have stayed at home and turned on the TV instead?
Look at all the fat. He's getting into bad habits again.
Ah, there's our old friend Professor Globus on the left, with Hemo in the middle and Little Globin on the right. They've got a long road to travel today, and there are a few surprises up ahead for our corpuscle friends.
What on earth is it?
What is this horrid thing?
It's rubbish, actually. A broken piece of amino acid that's no use to anyone.
Professor, won't you please explain why it is that the blood vessels are so awfully full of rubbish all the time?
Well, the bloodstream, as you know, reaches every cell in the human body. It delivers vital supplies like oxygen, minerals, protein, fats and vitamins. Oh, yes, and look at that. Don't forget the hormones, children. And the blood also carries away the waste products from the cells to be converted by the liver or filtered out by the kidneys. And since we're getting pretty near the kidneys, there's more and more rubbish floating about. Oh, see what I mean?
Stop pushing, it won't get you there any more quickly.
Before you start merging with the traffic, just remember who has the right of way.
Make way, please move aside, thank you. Urgent delivery of protein, thank you, and please move aside.
You sugars had better go and report to the liver at once. I've caught you in the act, cholesterol. Move along there. I'll have no blockages here. And what about you? Have you proof of identity?
I'm a hormone officer. Adrenaline's my name. Please,
I see.
Could you possibly tell me what the most direct route to the heart is?
Any vein will take you there in the end. Mind you, I suppose it's true that some routes are more direct than others. Go straight up here for 2 centimeters, then take the fork to the left and you'll find yourself in an artery. No, I mean a vein. You can't miss it. Then you'll find another policeman and ask him the way.
Could you possibly give me a push start? My engine seems to have stalled when I landed here. A bit rough, but thanks all the same.
You, and where are your papers?
What? My papers, did you say, officer? Oh, silly me. I've gone and left them at home. Would you like me to run back and fetch them for you? I'd be there and back in a minute.
I quite understand, sir. It's very easy to forget your identity card when you're in a hurry. Luckily, I won't need to see your papers. You can't beat that for cheek. A virus in the main vein just marching along as if he owned the place. And who are you?
We are law-abiding red corpuscles proceeding to the kidneys on business, subject to your approval, officer.
This filthy stuff is just disgusting.
And who are these little horrors? I don't like the look of them one bit.
You can say that again, Lieutenant. These girls are pure poison, ammonia molecules. They're on their way to a reformatory in the liver. They're hoping to turn them into young ladies. Hey, you, keep away from that door. You know very well you're not allowed to get off this vehicle until we arrive in the liver. Turn your back for just 1 minute and they take advantage. The sooner I can get rid of them, the better. Well, girls, here we are in the liver. This will be your new home, and I know you're going to love the school.
No, there must be some mistake. We've got no room for new
Don't
pupils.
shout at me. I'm only carrying out my orders, and according to these orders, I must deliver these girls to reform school in the liver. And as far as I'm concerned, that is that.
But we're chock-a-block. In fact, things are getting rapidly out of hand.
Okay, I'm off.
Now that's the spirit. Try the cell next door. You might have better luck there. Oh, no, No, you don't! You've got another thing coming if you plan to offload your little horrors on me!
I can take a hint. Bye. Anybody in?
Hey!
Sir, I have some wayward girls who need to be taught the error of their ways.
Spare me the sob story. I know what those girls are like. But we do have a few vacancies, so you'd better send them in before I lose my nerve.
Hooray, school at last! We'll break all the windows and throw in everywhere. Terrible exercise books. Can't catch me.
Hey, come over here. Look what I found. Sponges and water.
Now listen to me, you little horrors. Unless your behavior improves, you will be punished because I will have no other option but to expel you from this school.
He can't really chuck us out, can he?
Of course he can't. We're far too poisonous to let loose. He's only trying to put the wind up us.
Oh, really? Now watch me while I put the wind up him. Here, take that!
Oh!
Now, ammonia is poisonous, and before the body can deal with it, it must be converted into urea.
I'm sick of this boring old lesson already. Leave me alone. Let
Silence
go.
in the classroom.
Let go.
Now repeat after me. We'll have less poison, never fear, and better manners as urea.
Have you been drinking ginger beer, you sound as if you're on your ear.
I don't really think very much of your sense of humour. Now you say it.
We'll have less poison, never fear, and better manners as urea.
Oh, what an unexpected pleasure and privilege to be inspected by you, sir. A visit from the Chief Inspector of Schools is something we all look forward to, sir.
He's coming along the corridor. You've got 4 seconds to pull your socks up.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
How gratifying to see such a well-behaved class. Good morning, girls.
Good morning, sir.
Now then, girls, do you remember when you first came to this school? You were ammonia molecules in those days. Not very nice to know, I'm afraid. Downright poisonous, in fact. But now that you've acquired an education and are ready to graduate, I brought along your diplomas. Please queue up so that I can hand them over. Yes. Will the first in line please step forward? Here we are. Wearing this, you're free to travel about the organism. And here's your diploma. Next.
Look at that.
How I hate feeling so filthy. Oh, those proteins can't just go dropping litter everywhere.
Oh,
No!
what on earth is it?
This is getting more like a sewer than a proper
Yes,
blood
I know, my child, but we are passing the great chemical works of the liver, and they pump out a lot of pollution. I'm afraid there's nothing else for it but to put up with this situation. Look at that, urea.
Look out! I can't stop!
Got you!
Behave yourselves! Those silly games of yours are beginning to interfere with our work, you know.
Oh, goodness, that stuff smells absolutely revolting.
Oh, Hemo, it's enough to make you sick. What is the smell, Prof?
It's urea, one of the main waste products the body has to get rid of. We'll have to live with it until we're ready for the big clean-up.
When's that?
When we get to the kidneys. Here, try one of these. It helps a bit.
I'd like to put over my knee and...
Oh, girls will be girls, you know. It's not far to the kidneys now, children. The big clean-up, you wait and see. The kidneys are fascinating organs. They are filters, actually. Each kidney is a purification plant of amazing efficiency. It's a pity about the one small drawback, though.
One small drawback, Prof? What's the problem?
Relax, Hemo. For every problem, there's a solution.
Here's the drawback. The kidneys can purify only 1 litre of blood per minute. That's their total capacity.
Prof, why is that bad? A litre a minute sounds like enough to me.
Far from it, Hemo, because the heart pumps blood at a rate of 5 litres per minute, you see.
Why, that must mean that 4/5 of the blood never gets cleaned.
We can't stay dirty forever.
Don't get carried away, Hemo. All the blood gets cleaned 1/5 at a time. Look, there's the renal artery on the right. It goes straight to a kidney. Come on.
Good idea, Prof. Right turn.
Oh, quiet, Globin.
Sorry, Prof.
You can't do that.
Hey, indicate next time.
Hey, just where do you corpuscles think you're going? Didn't you leave the left lane?
Not at all, officer.
This route leads to the kidney.
Right first time.
Oh, we're not kidding.
Look here, you're trying to take the mickey out of me.
There's a great deal at stake in the kidney, officer.
Yes, we want to swim and get clean and scrub behind our ears.
Quickly then, off you go while I'm not watching.
Our friends march off into one of the kidneys, a filtration plant which removes impurities from the blood. Densely packed blood vessels are closely interwoven with tiny knotted tubes which collect the impurities, then let them flow away in successively larger tubes.
It's operating perfectly. What a design. Come here, you two, and see how it works. That's how the blood flows in and out. What happens to the blood in between these 2 points is absolutely astounding. All the waste products are removed and poisonous substances are eliminated from the circulation. It is here that urine is manufactured, the glomerulus. What an amazing installation, my friends. What a processing plant. And each kidney has 1 million of these separators in constant operation. 1 million! Can you believe it?
Now, children, pay attention. We're nearly at the roller coaster.
Ah, so the kidney's a fun fair complete with roller coaster?
No, not really, but you'll have just as much fun in the Bowman's capsule.
The Bowman's capsule?
Wait and see. This ticket entitles you to 1 turn. You can't go round twice. Now remember to hang on tight.
But, Prof, I'm scared. I mean, I've never been on one of these things before. Will I get dizzy and fall off? Will I get sick?
Don't worry. I'll be there beside you and you can hold my hand.
Well, this is the big clean-up at last. Afterwards, you'll come out feeling wonderful.
But that's afterwards, Professor. What about during?
If it were that awful, my child, you wouldn't find an old corpuscle like me so keen to repeat the experience. So come on, let's go.
Don't take all day. Some of us are in a hurry, you know.
Take it away.
be first to clean us up. Keep holding on tight, Globin.
That was great. Fantastic.
I agree with you guys. I want to do it again.
Come on, let's steal a ride.
I'm warning you three, don't even think about it. To get back to the start of the roller coaster again, you have to circulate around the entire body. So let's get circulating, shall we?
Me and my clever ideas.
You said it.
Well, the first stage of the filtration process is complete. Do you think we should wake him up?
I wouldn't bother. As you can see, he's far too busy to be disturbed. He's thinking. In any case, the kidney runs automatically.
Oh, I've never felt so clean, Prof. It's wonderful.
Oh, told you, it's a real pick-me-up, isn't it?
Kidneys are amazing.
Oh, yes, we may be finished for now, but there are other components of the bloodstream which still have to be dealt with. Everything in the blood must be filtered and purified. 99% of the material is restored to the body after separation and purification, which leaves only a teeny-weeny 1% to be got rid of.
Professor, the kidney was quite fascinating, but where do we go from here?
Well, we're off to the heart first of all, then on to the lungs to pick up some oxygen. How does that idea appeal to you, Hemo?
I love it.
Half ahead, Mr. Mate. Keep her steady as she goes. Full astern. And stop. Drop anchor.
Ah. The blood needs water. Recover the water removed by filtration.
New stocks of salt urgently needed to meet shortage. Aye, aye, sir.
Sugar stocks are running low. Save as much as you can.
Get the water-gathering hormones over the side now. And some what's this? Ah, aldosterone hormones to collect salt. All right, me hearties. Let's get that water on board. All away. You can stir those droplets in the starboard hold. We'll start loading salt now. All away. Stow it onto the port hatch. Lower away. Easy.
I wish I'd start biting.
Must you always be so impatient?
Only yesterday I caught one this size, I'm telling you. I just wish you fellas had been there to see the size of it. It was an unbelievable length, really it was, I swear. Aye, it must have weighed at least 400 kilojoules.
Come off it, we've heard your stories before. I never exaggerate. For example, take that monster I caught yesterday.
Oh, this one's a whale, this one's a monster. That'll teach you to disbelieve me, won't it? Just you wait till I land him, boys.
It's unfair to the rest of us. Why does Jock always get the best places? I insist on swapping with you right now.
That's a whale of the catch, all right.
Is that one bigger than yesterday's?
By no means. In fact, now that I come to think of it, it was enormous compared to this midget. Aye, it must have been all of 500 kilojoules. Maybe even 750.
Man overboard off the port bow! Look, there he is! Man overboard off the port bow!
Captain, there is a man overboard.
What was that you said?
I said man overboard.
Louder.
There's a man, actually he's a corpuscle, and he's drowning in front of your very nose.
I see him. He's a red corpuscle, all right. But what's he doing here, of all places? It's against the rules. We can't have red corpuscles floating in the urine. He must be rescued as soon as humanly possible.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Get up on deck and find out why they haven't rescued that poor corpuscle yet. Throw him a lifebelt, you landlubber, you!
That's it. Hold on tight. Hang on tight at all costs. Right, you can pull him in now.
Well done, lads. You're safe at last. But how does a corpuscle end up in the soup?
Welcome aboard my vessel, young fellow. How on earth did you find your way here? You belong in a blood vessel, not in the kidney.
Well, you see, I was having fun with my friends, and all of a sudden I lost my grip and fell. And, well, that's how I landed up in the soup.
I'm glad to hear that it was no more than an unfortunate accident, because some kidney infections can give the urine a nasty red tint. However, we can relax now.
Please, may I go back to the bloodstream, sir, where I belong with all my friends?
But of course you may, my young friend. We'll send you straight back with the next delivery. You see, our job is to recover all the things that the body still needs. Essential supplies like water, enzymes, salt and sugar are sent straight back into the bloodstream, you see, while all the rubbish goes out with the urine.
I see. Is that what the clever people call recycling?
That's the principle. Waste not, want not, I always say. And if the kidney fails to recycle all the materials it filters, they can block it.
That must be awful.
I recall in one of my previous existences, the kidney had been severely overloaded by alcohol abuse, and it failed to get rid of all the waste products in the urine.
And what happened then?
Things began to look bad. Then things began to get worse.
And then?
Well, when they were at their worst, all the waste products built up and blocked the kidney. It was absolutely excruciating.
And then, Captain?
If the kidney stone stays in place, it's very dangerous. But if it passes out, it's doubly excruciating.
That sounds awful.
It wasn't too bad. As soon as I gave up drinking, that is. But that's all water under the bridge. How would you like to go on a tour of the ship? I'd be pleased to show you round.
Thanks, Captain.
Get that water unloaded. Okay, now for some salt, I think.
Begging your pardon, Mr. Mate. Any sugar to offload?
You're too late, sailor.
Well, children, I told you the kidney is efficient, and as I predicted earlier on, the blood components are now rejoining us. Now, doesn't that prove my point?
Look, all the unwanted waste products are poured away down the ureter.
And so all the waste, anything useless or harmful to the body, flows down to the bladder.
And then after that?
Well, we shall see in just a moment, because young Jumbo's bladder is full, and it's sending urgent signals he can no longer ignore.
So sorry. I had to.
And that's that.